Hi, welcome to your 66-day mobility session, and may I remind you that this session is all about improving our coordination, our strength through different ranges of motion, our full body connectivity, and the reason we do that is to improve our health, because the more able we are to do these type of movements, the less likely we are to get injured. And we're increasing our strength for our flexibility as well, so that we can do things like even simple things such as getting up and down from the floor without discomfort. As we get older, these things do get harder, and the more we practice putting our body through more rigorous, challenging exercises and forcing ourselves into positions that we wouldn't normally do throughout the day, we are allowing our body to adapt and to prepare for the future, and so we stay strong and healthy. Okay, so let's start today with a simple sort of warm up, simple but various ranges of motion. So it's going to be a lunge with rotation, so just take a step out and lunge, then drop to the floor. So you want to have your everything at 90 degrees, and just bring your hands together at the front. And if you've got your left knee out in front like I have, then just rotate to the left and come back up. And then we're going to take the right foot forward, lunge, knee over the ankle, drop down, the back knee stays slightly off the floor, and then rotate to the same side as your leg in front. Come back. We're going to keep repeating that on each side just to warm up the legs. So left foot forward, rotate to the left, and back to center, up, right foot forward, drop down, rotate to the right. And we'll keep repeating that. So this is obviously warming up our legs, getting a bit of a stretch through the hip flexor, mobilizing the spine, working that lower body. Remember to keep a nice upright back in this position, so drop, stay upright, no leaning forwards, and then rotate. And we're going to do that once again. So left foot forward, drop down, rotate, back to center, and last one. Drop down, rotate, back to center. Okay, great. So now we've done that, we're going to do a little bit more opening up of the chest, rotation of the spine. So this time drop to your knee, one knee with your left leg forward, and in that lunge position, but this time you are resting on the floor. Bring your right hand to the floor, and then your left hand is, you should be feeling a nice stretch in the hamstring at the back here. So you're just going to keep a straight back and lift your left hand to the sky, rotate and open the chest, and just hold here. Keep a little bit of tension but no discomfort, and then back down to this position with both hands on the floor. You can feel a stretch in the hamstring here, and a nice, you should have a nice straight back. If I come here, you should see my shoulders and my lower back are all in line. And then we're going to open up again, left hand to the sky, hold it there, nice and strong through the shoulder, then back, a little bit more stretch, and then once more open up and back down. Then we'll swap sides. So come back, put your right foot forward into that lunge position, left knee is on the floor at the back, and then you're just going to come down, both hands on the floor. You should feel that Nice stretch in the back of the leg here. And then open up to the right side. Reach for the sky. Look up towards your hand. Open up as far as possible. Then come back down. And just hold that for a second. Feel that stretch. You can move your weight slightly forward to increase the stretch. Then open up again. Back down. And then one more time. Nice straight line in the back. And twist and open. And back down. Okay. Now I'd like you to come to the floor. And we're just going to lie on our sides. And you can put your hands pointing forwards and take your head to the floor, knees stacked on top of each other, and you're just going to draw a big circle around your head with your top arm. So in this case, my right arm is, keep your top of your hand facing towards the floor and just draw a circle around behind you, trying to keep connected to the floor at all times. And then back round. So I need to move forward slightly here. So we're trying to create a big arc all the way around. And back again. And one more time. If you can't stay connected to the floor, just stop at the point where you lose connection, and we'll go one more time. Keep your head on the floor, get a nice movement in that shoulder. So this is all about shoulder mobility, and over time, if your fingers can't stay connected to the floor throughout that movement, you'll keep improving it and eventually make that full circle. So swap over this time to your right side. Again, start with your head on the floor, both hands pointing out in front of you, knees on top of each other, and we're just going to create that big circle with the left hand staying connected to the floor and reaching all the way around as far as you can go, staying connected. And if you can't make the whole journey, that's okay. Just go as far as you can. So I get to about here and start to feel a lift, and I can still stay connected throughout the whole way. But if you can't, just pause there and enjoy that feeling, that sensation. So say you get to about this point and you're lifting off the floor, just hold it there and then come back. And let's do one more, all the way around if you can, trying to keep those knees connected. Everything else stays still, just the arm rotating and the shoulder rotating. Okay, great. The next move we're going to do is known as the fire hydrant. And this will just get a bit of movement in our hips. So if you come to hands and knees, we're going to have a nice straight back, and you're going to take your right leg and you're going to lift the knee outwards, perpendicular to your body, up to about 90 degrees. Pause, then bring it down. We're going to go for 10 of those. That's 2. So you should be feeling this in the side of your bum and in your abs as well, as they support this movement. Try and keep everything else as still as possible. That's 4. 5, so the knee 90 degrees. Coming out straight as high as you can to the side of your body. This is 7. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. That's great. And then we're going to swap over and do the same on the other side. So this time the left knee is going to come out to the side, 90 degrees through the feet, high as you can. We're going to go for 10 of those. Trying to keep the hips and the rest of the body stationary as possible, just using those side muscles on your leg and your abs to lift that knee and the rest of the leg. 5. Okay, let's keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Okay, great. Those muscles that don't get worked through big resistance movements, but are really important for our overall health, joint mobility, etc. Next up, we're going to come to the tabletop position again. And this time we're going to extend and crunch. So take the left arm forward, right leg back, create a nice straight line through the body, then crunch, use your abs for that, and then extend through the bum and the shoulder. 2, nice and stable. 3, we're going for 10 on this side, 10 on the other side. 4, 5, bring yourself nice and tight in that ball, extend. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, fantastic. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So this time extend the right arm and the left leg comes back, nice and strong, and 10. 9, nice crunch. 8, use those supporting arms and legs to keep you nice and stable. 6, 5, reach and stretch. 4, 3, 2, this should be feeling really good along your back anterior chain, posterior chain rather, and done. Okay, excellent. All right, next up we can come to our backs. We've got another glute exercise here. So come down, lie on your back with your knees in the air, and you're going to take your right leg, extend it, and then you're going to lift your bum and your hips up in the air using your supporting left leg. We'll go for 10 here. 10, 9. So just come back under control to the floor. Lift up. That's 8 to go. 7. Try and keep that extended leg nice and straight. 6. And lift up as high as you can, squeezing that bum. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're done. Okay, swap over. So the right foot comes to the floor, bending the right leg. Left leg extends straight, and then we're going to push up through that right leg and that right bum. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, feel those hips moving, 8, all the power's coming from the bum, 9, and 10. Excellent. Okay, next up we're going to just stretch out the backs of our legs and the backs of our shoulders and a bit of core work. So if you come to the plank position, and then we're just going to come into a triangle, bum in the air, straight as back as possible, and try and drop your ankles to the floor so you're getting a nice stretch through the back of the legs. And if the ankles don't come to the floor, that's okay. Just keep nice straight lines where possible, stretching out through the back, stretching out through the shoulders, and you can raise and lower your ankles to alternate the stretch between the back of the legs. Just get some nice movement through there. Stretch out the calf muscles. Stay nice and strong in those shoulders. Keep your bum in the air. Straight line in the back. That's good. Then we'll come back to plank. We come down onto our knees. And we'll just repeat that process. So come back up. And stretch out those calves, those ankles, nice bit of ankle mobility, and stretch out the back. Okay, great. Come back to your knees, using your core to lower yourself safely there. And then we're going to come onto our backs. And this time we're going to stretch out the lower back a little bit. And we'll take, so if you come to both knees tucked up, and you take your left ankle and cross it over. I'll turn it around a bit so this is easier to see. Take your left ankle and cross it over your right leg, and then you're going to take your arms out wide, and you're just going to drop your foot flat to the floor. You're trying to keep your shoulders connected with the floor at all times, so that you get a nice stretch through the side, through the lower back. Then come back up and drop to the other side. Again, trying to keep the shoulders connected to the floor. Get a nice stretch through the side. And just drop as far as you can. Okay, and then come back to center. We'll do that again. So drop your left foot to the floor so that it's connected to the floor. Feel that nice stretch. Come back to center. And drop to the other side. And back to center. Then we'll swap over. So the right ankle goes over the left knee. We've got 90 degrees on the right leg, and then we're just going to drop that right foot to the floor so that it connects to the floor. Keep the shoulders connected to the ground. Feel that nice stretch. Come back up and drop to the other side. So this time using your right foot to increase the stretch on the left side. And then back to center, use your core to bring yourself up under control. And drop again. Your right foot onto the floor. Then use your abs to bring those legs to centre, and for the last time we drop to the other side, to our right side. Feel that nice stretch through the left. Okay, then again use your core to just safely bring yourself up, centre. Okay, and then get yourself back up to seated, and this move is called the Frogger. So you're just going to take that tabletop position and then bring your knees out like a frog, as wide as you can, and then you're just going to drop to the floor and then sit back with your forehead on the floor. Just move your weight backwards as far as is comfortable. Just lower your hips back and down, and you can come back up and just move forward. Just move your hips forward, then come back. Same again. Just drop your hips as far as is providing a nice stretch, but no pain. Yeah, just drop those hips back and down. And we'll come back up one more time. Just release the pressure and then drop down. And hold it there for a moment. Feel that stretch on the inside of the thighs. Okay. And then come back up. Okay, if you've got a wooden floor like me, then that's probably sore on the knees. So if you can get your mat in a better position, then that's going to provide you some support. Okay, cat-cow. So this will just stretch out the back and the spine, get us a nice range of movement. Again, we've got that tabletop position, toes curled under, and you're just going to arch your back, get a nice stretch through the shoulders, tuck your abs in, tuck your chin into your chest, breathe in and then breathe out. As you drop your stomach to the floor, keep your shoulders nice and back, and bring your head up, looking up into the sky, and then repeat that, arch, get a nice arch through the spine, nice straight spine, then stick your bum in the air as you drop your belly to the floor, create a curve in your back, in your neck, but no, don't overdo it, just a nice stretch, and then curve. Hold it there for a moment and then release. Drop again. Okay, fantastic. And we'll finish with just a stretch for the back, the child's pose. So again, you can keep your knees about hip width apart, slightly further if you like, and then you're just going to drop your hips back, so you should feel a nice stretch through the lower back, and your shoulders as you stretch and reach forward. Just take a moment here, clear the mind, some deep breaths. Okay, then come back. And you are finished your session for today. So great job. You, again, just to remind you, you've created some movements, some challenging movements for your body, holding various positions that you wouldn't normally find yourself in during the day. So your body's adapting, strengthening and stretching, helping you stay healthy and injury free. Good job. See you next time.